The tea is hot as well as thick this time, and it's not just because I put protein powder in it. Welcome to my astrology party, my lovely, lovely guests. I'm so grateful that you were born. I'm so grateful that you are here with me now. We have a very exciting holiday season coming up. I know it feels very heavy. It feels very a lot. It's a lot. That's the only way I've been able to describe it recently is it's just a lot. It's a lot on your body, it's a lot on your mind, and it's certainly a lot for your spirit to sort through and integrate, right? So we're moving into a very sacred space, but to do so, we've got to integrate, to heal, to transmute, to alchemize, to do basically all of the things that I've talked about in previous videos. Only this time it's bolstered by what my fellow astrologers and mystics have been referring to as the Great Conjunction between Saturn, a very structured planet energy, and Jupiter, a very expansive and wise energy, one that is always seeking, but also always in the back of their mind knows. It's this interesting dynamic between this structured father figure and this sort of very always traveling and bringing back goodies, this uncle energy. So for me, it's very much a brotherhood vibe. It feels like right now that this great conjunction is sort of a brotherhood, a sort of a pact in the name of humanity because it's in Aquarius. So Jupiter and Saturn will be entering the energy of Aquarius together. And in this way, the winter solstice beckons it, well, for those of us in the Northern Hemisphere, always coming from my perspective, but those of us here are feeling this bolstering, this sort of like ruffling of your feathers, or puffing of the chest, I should say, you know, when like a bird puffs up to look ready to, I don't know, fight, fly. That's the question, isn't it? Fight or flight. There's a lot of anxiety going on, and there has been this whole year. There's a lot of factors involved. So I will not, go into a huge detailed spew of everything. And there's so much content that you can find both on here and LifeGrove and on the Grove, our sacred media platform, and much more to come. So just stay tuned in to that energy. Recognize that you are being very much supported right now by this very father and uncle figure energy, especially if you don't have those divine masculine energies in your life presently. Know that they are embodied in the archetypes of the planets and in the archetypes of your soul. So, with that being said, additionally, the winter solstice is when the sun moves into Capricorn energetically. Capricorn is the essence of fatherhood, kind of, right? It's also the essence of success. It's interesting that I use the term fatherhood because I refer to Saturn, who is sort of a father energy planet. But Capricorn itself is a divine masculine energy. It's a divine feminine energy. It is earth. And you can tell that even I'm getting a little bit confused in my throat chakra here because oftentimes I view Capricorn as a masculine sign because it's very action driven, very cardinal, very focused. So that can be very masculine. But it's also very receptive in the sense that it understands when it's time to receive compensation for all the hard work. It understands when it's time to receive love and pleasure in a very physical, grounded way. So right now we are being called to not only look to our role as humanity, but our role within ourselves. And I say this because we have the great conjunction between Saturn and Jupiter, right? But we also have a conjunction between our Sun and Mercury in Capricorn. So we have Aquarius and Capricorn energies coming in here on a very personal and collective scale. This is a sort of a semi-sextile, we refer to it in astrology, which just means that it's like about 30 degrees apart, so almost about as much as one sign would take. So this conjunction happening in Capricorn between the Sun and Mercury, and then the conjunction happening between Saturn and Jupiter, is simply really just, simply put, as within, so without, right? As above, so below. The heavens and the bigger perspective of humanity, the wild, turbulent energy that's been going on our entire planet forever, but also especially this year, it's coming to a very personal pinnacle point, and vice versa. You're going to really have a moment where you can start to see how your own personal struggles reflect the outer struggles, and vice versa. And not just struggles, by the way, but also how your own personal healing can help heal the collective, and vice versa. And I love that, because that's what this is all about. This is stepping into a place of broadening your perspective and your idea of what success is. What does it mean to be a successful person, but also what does it mean to be a successful society? And that can be a really challenging question. Also, the challenge comes in when, as the holidays continue, right? This is about all of the holidays, the winter holidays that we have going on. In the week after the solstice, there will be Venus in Sagittarius, quincunx Uranus in Taurus. Uranus in Taurus has been and will continue to be opening us up to the idea that home is wherever you are, and you can find yourself anywhere. So when Sagittarius and Venus come in this essence of like flighty, artsy, like traveling all over the place and not really burrowing your roots, we have this very interesting, very fluid, juicy dynamic between two seemingly very different signs. One that is very grounded and rooted, Taurus, and one that is very flighty, if you will, and just loves to travel, which is Sagittarius. So to start the solstice with this energy as well, which is sort of the challenge of all of this, right, is finding home within humanity, feeling at home not only within your body, but within wherever you are, wherever your body is located. And here's how to do that. Basically, hang on, I need to sip this, because this be some hot tea. It's all about recognizing yourself in others and vice versa. You are not using someone else as a tool. However, you are employing self-reflection and connected reflection with others, because you all come from the same source. We all come from the same source. No matter what name you give to that source, we are all from that place of divine love and essence and God power, essentially. And so, with knowing that, we are ushering in a whole new paradigm. And that can be really difficult, especially during the holidays, especially during a pandemic. I mean, there's so many layers of difficulty, right? It's like kind of like playing a video game, and you're new to it still very much, but you're thrown into the hardest level you can go to, and it's a lot. But just know that I am here for you, myself and the other people, the other beautiful beings at LifeGrove are here for you. And do not fret, because also, one more thing before I go and finish my tea. Pluto in Capricorn will be squaring Mars in Aries. And this sounds intimidating. And it in fact adds sort of to that fear factor a little bit, because we have the shadow of humanity as well as the warrior essence, sort of creating a bit of a victimization here. But this is a pinnacle moment. We have reached the point as humanity where we can either continue to promote our self-victimization, just continuing to feel like victims, or we can flip the script collectively. And it's not going to be easy by any means, but it is possible, because these planetary energies are meant to empower us. They're meant to guide us, to show us the truth beneath the veil, right? I always say, look beyond the veil. And this is the best opportunity to do so. Do not waste this. And even if you aren't doing a specific ritual, even if you're just vibing, just take care of yourself, stay hydrated, stay present in your body, and allow yourself to really notice the tiny, subtle ways in which you contribute greatly and beautifully to this planet, because you do. And if you need this to be your confirmation right here and now, I confirm it for you. I affirm it for you. And thank you for being here. So try not to be intimidated by the daddy issues of Earth. I've been talking a lot about that lately. Try not to be discouraged, by any kind of maybe parental or paternal wound that you have, perhaps with the patriarchy or with your personal father figures. Recognize that all of it is within you. And also, though, despite that, it is 100% natural and inspired and celebrated to ask for help. So surround yourself with those like us, perhaps, in our beautiful 100% non-judgmental sacred media group. Surround yourself with those who have tasted unconditional love, who know that it is at least real and present always. Again, we are imperfect humans, so none of this will be easy. I can't just tell you something and you're gonna get it right away, but this is just me saying we are here for you. And we have so much more in store for you, not just LifeGrove and myself, but we as in the collective, the humanity, the mystics who see through the veil, and we see your pain and we validate it and we say, hey, look at how you can alchemize this, how you can integrate this, how your soul plays with this. You are an instrument of peace. All instruments, need tuning now and then, and care and love. There's nothing wrong with you. There's everything right with you, my miraculous friend. So thank you for being born. I know this video is a little bit longer than the other ones, but that's because it compiles 2 weeks and sort of condenses them a bit. So if this is a lot for you to chew on, feel free to replay. That's why I love these as being recorded, and why someday soon, hopefully, I will do live events and perhaps personal horoscopes again. And if you're interested in that, check out the links in the description. Feel free to join me in our astrology party on the Grove. It is free to join right now, but it might not be in 2021. I can make no promises or guarantees. I'm not Santa Claus. So happy holidays to you, and God bless, really.